Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute full body yoga flow. So when you're ready, have a seat on your mat, ground down through the sit bones, find a really comfortable space. Begin to follow the breath in and out through the nose. Just taking a moment, closing the eyes, connecting to this space, connecting to this moment. And just beginning to notice how you're feeling today. So really tuning into the body. Allow the mind to begin to quieten. Beginning to let go of any chitter-chatter that might be lurking there. Softening through the shoulders. Take a big inhale, sweep the hands all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, find a twist. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand behind. Big inhale back through center. And then exhale, take it to the opposite side. Initiating the twist from the navel. Inhale back through center, spider out the fingertips. Then come into a gentle forward fold over the legs, just as far forward as what feels good. Maybe let go of the head and the neck. Breathing in and out through the nose. Again, just taking note as to how you're feeling today. And finding a little bit of softness. Allowing yourself to ground. Maybe breathing a little bit deeper into the belly. Inhale, come all the way up, bring the fingertips behind, and then simply lift up through the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the hands out in front. Make your way to a tabletop position. And then begin to move through the spine, any which way that feels good. Wrist, elbows, and shoulders in one long line, knees and hips are stacked. So you can stay with a really easygoing cat-cow if you like, or you can take any other organic movement that feels really good to move through here. Maybe closing the eyes, allowing the gaze to drift a little bit deeper inwards. Just really taking note as to how you're feeling, how the body feels, how the mind is. And then moving in a way that your breath guides you to. Changing direction whenever it feels good. Just keeping it really free and easy. And then we'll come back to a flat back. Walk the hands forwards, bow down through the chest, come to a puppy dog pose. Sit bones stay over the knees, spine is long. Take a big inhale, walk the hands over to the right, and then bow down through the chest. Breathing into the left side waist. Again, head is heavy. Grounding down. And then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take the hands over to the left. Softening down through the head, the neck, the chest once again. Breathing space and length into the spine. Big inhale, bring the hands back through center, and exhale, softening down once again. Just finding space and length. Beautiful pose for opening up the upper back. Bring the hands behind you. Kind of roll on over to the feet a little bit, just so you can stretch out the front of the ankles. Lift up through the chest. And then when you're ready, hands out in front. Find a downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk out the legs here, bending one knee and then the other. Pedaling out the feet. Taking a moment to find some space and really begin to feel at ease in this pose. Maybe bringing the feet out nice and wide and reaching the sit bones up and back and just kind of exploring, so whatever feels really good to move through. When you're ready, bring the feet back in line with the hips. Again, maybe walking out the legs. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the feet, so you come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Bending the knees, maybe bending one knee and then the other. And then go ahead and grab for opposite elbows with opposite hands, so you come into a ragdoll forward fold. Take a little bit of a sway side to side, left to right, right to left. Letting go of the head, letting go of the neck. Spine is long, head is heavy. Big inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, fold. Big inhale, lengthen. and then exhale, fold. One more time, big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Toe heel the feet out. Right hand to the center of the mat, left hand lifts, big twist. Take it to the other side, left hand down, right hand lifts, big twist, spinning on open. Hands down to the earth. Widen out the feet, make your way into a yogi squat. So just pausing for a moment here, maybe allowing the shoulders to round. If the heels are high, that's fine too. Just allow yourself to find a really comfortable space to settle. And then bring the hands to the heart center. Pausing for a moment, breathing into the hips. Bring the left hand down to the left hand side, sweep the right hand up towards the sky. Come back through center and then take it to the other side. Just a nice big twist to open on up. Hands back to the center. Bring the hands down to the earth, send the sit bones up and back so you come back into your forward fold. Again, taking a moment. Walk the hands forwards. You come back to your downward facing dog. Taking a moment to settle on in. Wiggling around as much as you like. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Soften down through the left knee, down through the left foot. Then spin on open to the right. Right hand lifts towards the sky, big twist. Inhale back through center, lift the arms. And then interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw down through the knuckles, lift up through the heart. And then exhale, release. Hands come down, step back to downward facing dog. Nice and simple. Taking it to the other side when you're ready. Big inhale, left leg lifts up and back. And then exhale, step the left foot forwards in between the hands. Soften down through the right knee, down through the right foot. Sweep the left hand up towards the sky, big twist. Inhale, rising all the way up. And then exhale, bring the hands down behind the back. Interlace the fingers, lift up through the heart, sink down through the hips. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Again, just walking out the legs, nice and easy. Gaze forwards in between the hands. Take a little walk, little stroll up to the top of the mat. Let go of the head, let go of the neck. Again, maybe a little sway side to side. On your next inhale, bend the knees a little bit deeper and then slowly rise all the way up to stand. Sweep the hands all the way up towards the sky. Connect the palms. And then easy in the knees as you roll all the way back down. Going to do that twice more just with your own breath. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Connecting the palms at the top of the breath. And then exhaling, easy in the knees, come all the way back down. Nice and slow, no rush. Inhale, slowly rolling all the way up. Connecting the palms at the top of the breath, and then easy in the knees as you roll all the way back down. Take a big inhale, lengthen through the spine, flat back. Again, maybe a little sway side to side. Ground down through the fingertips. Step the left foot back, keep the right foot where it is. Inhale all the way up to a high lunge, and then exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften, open up through the heart. And then bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Lengthen the right leg. Sweep the right hand up. Pivot on the hands, pivot on the feet. And then inhale, come up to a high lunge. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Hands come down to the inside of the left foot. Sweep the hands to the top of the mat. Straighten the left leg, lift the left arm. Hands come down to the mat. Pivot on the hands, pivot on the feet. Ground down through the left hand, lift up through the right. Big twist. Bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. And we'll come all the way down to a lizard pose. So you can soften down through the left knee, down through the left foot. Hands come down to the mat. Maybe the forearms come down as well, whatever feels good. Take a little bit of an easy sway, side to side, left to right, right to left. Spine is long, exploring the body. Finding where it feels good to soften and linger, moving when it feels good to move. Inhale, come back up to the hands. Tuck the back toes under, come back to your lunge, and then lift the left leg up and back. Fingertips stay on the floor, little warrior 3 variation, taking a moment to soften here. And then step the left foot down to meet the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Connect the palms. And then big exhale, swan dive forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. This time step the right foot back, keep the left foot where it is. Inhale, rise up to a high lunge. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Hands come down to the inside of the left foot. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Lift the left hand up, rainbow warrior. Hands come down to the mat, pivot on the hands, pivot on the feet. Big inhale up to your high lunge. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Hands come down to the mat. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Lift the right hand, straighten the right leg. Pivot on the hands, pivot on the feet so you face towards the front of the mat. And then again, we'll come down into that lizard pose. So toe heel the left foot out to the left hand side. Again, either staying on the hands or softening down to the forearms, whatever feels best. Easy in the back knee. Maybe taking a little bit of a sway side to side, left to right, right to left. Finding what feels really good in the body. Taking a moment to pause when it feels good to pause. Just observing. Come back up to the hands. And come back to your lunge. Ground down through the right hand. Spin on and open to the left. Lift the right knee up. Hands come down to the mat. Fingertips forwards. Lift the right leg up and back. Little warrior 3 variation. Again, maybe taking a little bit of a wiggle. Just noticing what's going on. And then step the right foot down to meet the left. And fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Connect the palms. And then big exhale, swan dive forwards, chin to shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Ground down through the palms. Step back to your high plank pose. Spin on open to the left, side plank, feet stacked or staggered. And then take it to the other side. Right hand lift, feet stacked or staggered. Hands come down to the mat, high plank. Exhale, lower down to the earth. Spider out the fingers. Inhale, lift up to center. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up, gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up, gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, soften. Hands underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and tuck the toes. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Sit bones up and back. Take a little walk through the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Gaze forwards in between the hands. Hop or step, top of the mat. Lengthen. Fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Connect the palms. Big exhale, swan dive forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Ground down through the palms. Hop or step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or drop your knees first, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra, again your choice. And then exhale, rolling on over the toes, downward facing dog. Gaze forwards, hop or step, top of the mat. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Connect the palms. Big exhale, swan dive forwards, chin to shins. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Ground down through the palms. Hop or step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, rolling on over the toes, downward facing dog. And taking a moment to settle on in. Moving through the legs. Lengthening through the spine. Gaze forwards, hop or step, top of the mat. Lengthen. Fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Connect the palms. Big exhale, swan dive forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Ground down through the palms. Hop or step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upper dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Maybe open up the hip, bend the knee, drop the foot. Exhale, step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Inhale, rise all the way up to a high lunge. Interlace the fingers and the palms towards the ceiling, lift up through the heart. Exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Rainbow warrior. Sweep the hands to the back of the mat, lift the right hand up. Sweep the hands to the front of the mat, lift the left hand up. Hands to the back of the mat, lift the right hand up. And then come back to the top of the mat. Big inhale, rise up to your high lunge. And then exhale, open up to a warrior two. Big inhale to lift. Easy exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Spin the right palm over, sweep it back, reverse the warrior. Inhale back to your warrior two. And then exhale to extended side angle. So whatever version of the pose you want to take today. Inhale back through your warrior two and then exhale, reverse. Bring the hands down, frame that right foot. Step back to a three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice easy breath in and out. Inhale, sweep the left leg up and back. Again, maybe bend the knee and open up the hip. Maybe circle the ankle. Have a little explore. Step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Step the left foot forwards in between the hands. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. And then interlace the fingers, spin the palms towards the ceiling, lift up through the heart. Bring the hands down to the inside of the left foot, lift the left hand up towards the sky. Hands back to the top of the mat, lift the right hand up, rainbow warrior. Back to the back of the mat, lift the left hand up, rainbow warrior. Walk the hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. And then exhale, open up to your warrior two. Take a moment to settle on in. Big inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, soften. Inhale to lift. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Turn the left palm over. Nice big reverse. Inhale to your warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Again, whatever version of the pose you want to take today. Back to your reverse. Inhale, exhale. Windmill the hands down. Step back to your three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. So you come to a forward fold. Interlace the two peace sign fingers around the big toes. Big inhale. And then exhale, fold forwards a little bit more. Hollowing out the belly, breathing into the hamstrings. If you can't quite reach the feet, that's okay. Just allow yourself to hang really heavy. And then we'll release the hands. Walk the hands all the way back forwards. You come back into your downward facing dog. Soften on down through the knees. Make your way to a child's pose. Sit bones back towards the heels. Walking the hands forwards, knees wide or together, your choice. Softening down through the shoulders. Breathing into the belly a little bit deeper. We'll take a little bit of a shoulder stretch to slide the right arm underneath the left. Maybe spider out the left fingertips. Right temple comes down to the mat. And then when you're ready, come back through center, take it to the other side. Left arm underneath the right, maybe spider out the right fingertips. Breathing into the belly. Inhale, bring both hands forwards. Palms either flat or again you can spider out the fingertips just to bring the stretch into the shoulders a little bit more. Sit bones reaching back towards the heels. When you're ready, we're going to make our way into a headstand. So if you're not sure how to get into a bound headstand, I will pop a tutorial in the info bar below. So when you're ready, just slowly making your way in, measuring out your arms, walking the feet up, maybe lifting one foot and then the other. I quite like to cross the ankles when I'm in full headstand at the moment, and then take it the opposite way. This feels really good. Brings a little bit of lightness to the core, to the whole pose. We'll bring the feet down, really nice and slowly. Come back into a child's pose, just taking your time. And softening on in. If you didn't quite get into headstand, don't worry about it. Let it go. Come back to the breath. From here, we'll come back into downward facing dog when you're ready. And gaze forwards in between the hands. Take a little walk or a little hop to the outside of your hands. Come into a yogi squat. Hands to the heart space. So you can either stay here or you can bring the left hand down and lift the right hand up. Maybe take a bind if binding's in your practice. Opening up through the shoulders. Come back to center and take it to the other side. Again, maybe staying with the extension or taking a bind if binding feels good today. Hands back to heart center. Either staying here or having a little play around with your crow pose. Again, I'll put a full tutorial in the info bar below. On your knees nice and high towards the armpits. Sit bones up and back. Maybe have a little jump back, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Or your cobra. And just take a little bit of a roll around through the spine. Just nice and easy. Little baby back bends. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Soften down through the left knee, down through the left foot. Inhale, sweep the hands up. So you come to a nice low lunge and Vinyasa. Think about reaching up through the spine and coming up and over. And bring the hands down. And then wiggle the right foot over to the left so you come into a pigeon pose. Back leg straight and strong. Hands either underneath the shoulders, lift up through the heart, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift up a little bit more. When you feel ready to, if it feels good, you can fold forwards over that right leg. Taking a moment, finding a really comfortable space to settle. And if you need to kind of adjust and move and wiggle around or back off or anything like that, then feel free. It's totally fine. Breathing into the belly a little bit deeper, finding some space. And then inhale, slowly peel the chest up. Lift up through the heart, lengthen through the spine. And then we'll sweep the left leg all the way forward. So you shift the weight over to the right. And then bring the left leg forwards. Right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then walk the hands forwards, come into a fold. Doesn't have to be the biggest forward fold in the world, just use the space that you've got. Take a big inhale to lengthen through the spine a little bit more. And then easy exhale to soften. So you use the breath. Inhales, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Again, feel free to move and adjust and play around. And we'll inhale, come all the way back up. Bring the right hand behind you. Lift up through the left. Lift up through the hips. And soften back down. Unwind the pose and come back to a downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk out the legs a little bit. And then inhale, lift the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left foot forwards in between the hands. Soften down through the right knee, down through the right foot. And then inhale to your nice low lunge. Sweeping up through the hands, maybe a little bit of a baby back bend if that feels good. And then exhale, release. Bring the hands down. Wiggle the left foot over to the right and make your way into a pigeon pose. Just remember that your two sides might be totally different. Take a moment to set yourself up. Inhale, lift up through the chest. And again, you can stay there or you can interlace the fingers. Lift up through the heart a little bit more, bit of a back bend. And when you're ready, you can bring the hands out in front and make your way into your pigeon pose. Softening over the left leg. Taking a moment to settle. Again, if you want to soften a little bit differently or wiggle around or explore or rise up a little bit more, then feel free. It's your practice. I'm just here to guide you along the way. When you're ready, rise back up. Shift the weight over to the left hip, sit bone, and then swing the right leg forwards. So left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen, and then exhale, begin to fold forwards over that right leg. Again, just finding a really comfortable space to fold. So it might not be the biggest forward fold in the world. That's okay. Allow wherever you're at to be enough. Breathing into the belly a little bit deeper. Lengthening through the spine and then softening. And then inhale, come all the way up. Left hand down, right hand lifts, lift up through the hips. Come out the same way you came in and then rewind everything. Come back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk out the legs. Gaze forwards, bend the knees. Hop or step to a seated position. Come all the way down onto your back. And take a moment here. Just kind of wiggle through the legs side to side. Ground down through the lower back. And then when you're ready, bring your hands down to the side, feet in line with the hips. Lift up through the heart for a bridge pose. So you lift the hips, lift the heart, maybe stay there or interlace the fingers together underneath. Thighs moving energetically towards each other. And then exhale, soften on down. Hands up and over the crown of the head. Allow the knees to knock together and maybe take a little bit of a wiggle side to side. So left to right, right to left. You can either do exactly what we just did, so your bridge pose, lifting up through the hips. Or if you want to come into a wheel pose, then now is a good time. The hands come by the head, behind their shoulders. You lift up through the hips, the heart. Again, maybe taking a few little adjustments, finding what feels really good. Feeling that nice big full body stretch. And when you're ready, see if you can land shoulders first. Hands over the crown of the head. Allow the knees to knock together. Breathing into the belly. And then when you're ready, we'll go for one more back bend. So back bend of your choice. Maybe this one feels a little bit deeper. So I always like to do back bends in threes, just because on the third one it feels really good. First one always feels a little bit awkward. By the third one you're feeling really good. And then exhale, release. Again, hands up and over the crown of the head, knees knocked together, maybe a little sway side to side. We'll bring the knees into the chest, find a twist, drop the knees over to the left, right hand and arm out to the right, maybe the gaze follows, grounding down through the shoulders. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Knees to the right. Left arm out. Maybe the gaze follows. Maybe the eyes close. Inhale, bring the knees back through center. Grab a hold of the outside edges of the feet, coming into a happy baby pose. And just extending through one leg and then the other. Finding space in the hips. Doing whatever you need to do to begin to feel at ease. Let go of any tension, any tightness. I'm going to come back to a plow pose variation with my ankles crossed. But if plow pose isn't in your practice, then stay in your happy baby. That's totally fine. When you're ready, find a supine cobbler pose. So feet come down to the mat. Draw the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly, and close the eyes. Focusing on the breath, the inhales, the exhales, in and out through the nose. Feeling a big sense of gratitude for your practice today. When you're ready, begin to find some movement for the body once again. Reaching the hands up and over the crown of the head, and then taking your time, find an easy seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to acknowledge your practice. And then sealing in your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today. Please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And leave me a comment if you want to comment and let me know what you want to see next on this channel. And I'll see you really soon. Bye guys.